Alright, we're out here at Cabot Citrus Farms. This is the route to the range. A little rudimentary so far, as you can see. Not done with construction at all. So this is the route we're taking to get to the driving range. What do you think, Caleb?
It's a work in progress.
A work in progress, he says. Got some caddies here. Right here looks like our yellow brick road we're supposed to take to the range. Looks like a tee box there. Guess they're supposed to have trackmen. These are cottages. And looks like we're running up on the range here. Guess we can, it's two sets of ranges, not sure which range we're supposed to go to. I guess we'll find out real quick, so there we are. Just reached the range. As you can see, it's very undeveloped. I know this is a very rudimentary video, but this thing is not ready for people. Anyway, we'll get some more on-course stuff and go from there. All right, just got to the range. Looking pretty good. Something pretty cool. They got TrackMan, so that's pretty unique. We'll check out TrackMan here. Hopefully you can see it with the glare. So tap to start. Enjoy your game. Hopefully that's coming through. You can play games. We're just gonna practice. See if this thing will let us go here. Range practice. All right, we're ready to roll. So that's the range. Pretty cool, TrackMan. All right, we just hit the range. What do you think?
Range was great. Love the TrackMan.
Range is good. That's one hell of a putting green. I don't know if you can see the undulation on that thing. They do have TrackMan on the range, which I just showed you. Pretty cool. Overall, I think it accounts for the downhill in the range. It says I was hitting my pitching wedge 150, and how far were you hitting?
I was hitting my 50 degree, like 120, which
50 degree 120. That ain't happening for either one of us. So
yeah.
it's probably calculating for the slope. But anyway, we'll move on. See what's next. All right, forgive all the POV footage, but hit our first snag out here at Cabot Citrus Farms. They really don't have any food at all. If you look behind me right here, this little truck, they got snacks, and when I say snacks, like Ritz Bits, Welch's gummies, tomato basil wrap is really the only option they have. So far, not impressed. I think they jumped the gun a little early, trying to get some cash, get people out here playing. Overall, I'm standing on the little practice putting green. You can see it's a pretty severe downslope. But other than that, we'll keep you updated, giving you all we can out here. But so far, I think they jumped the gun a little early, trying to get some money. But it's all good. Nice course so far. We'll do some more updates for you. All right, trying to give you guys a look at the undulation on this practice green. It's hard to even do it justice on camera because it's pretty ridiculous. But as you see, it's pretty undulated. Alright, just a round view here. That's the starter right up there. See my fat finger in the way. First tee box here, tips, one up. And that's the fairway on the first tee. So pretty cool looking. So far, customer service is pretty impressive. It's everyone's very nice. We did end up getting a, what was it, a bacon chicken wrap?
Yep.
And we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated. All right, folks, note to self, do not buy food until after the first hole. This place right here is right after the first hole, and apparently they have hot dogs and all kinds of good stuff. So don't waste your time at that little grill in the beginning. All right, we're on the Carew course, as I said. This is hole 3, and yeah, it's a par 3, 240 yards.
Into the wind.
Into the wind. Ain't no way. So, very, very windy, a lot of waste bunkers. Okay, that was an absolute miracle. I just hit my 5-wood as hard as I possibly could. Somehow I'm on the front edge. So let's see how it carries out. All right, pulling up to the green. This is hole number 3. Like I said, it's like 238 into the wind, par 3. It's the number 1 handicap on the Karoo course. There we are, right down there. Got a little pin high action. Greens are looking a little rough. They're still very grainy. So we'll see if we can save par here. Get 2 putts. These greens are ridiculous. All right, folks. The Lab Golf did it. We 2-putted and got the par. I've never been so excited for a par in my life. So moving on to the next one. But once again, look at this green. Unbelievable. Look how high it is. All right, we're on hole 7, par 3. Right up there is that little food stop. You come by it about 3 times. This is a par 3. We were playing one up from the tips. It's playing about 176 to the flag. Greens are hard as nails, but look at this green. I mean, you run off the back, you hit this slope in the front, which blocks out the flag. You shoot off the back into the bunker. I mean, the greens are just crazy hard. I was able to get just beyond pin high here, but then have this ridiculous putt down the hill. So it's pretty cool, but if you don't hit greens, you're in trouble. All right, we're on hole 12. I know I'm looking a little beat. It's wind's blowing like pretty good out here. Anyway, I just wanted to update you. They give you these really cool aluminum water bottles. So pretty neat, and they have ice cold refilling stations all over the place. So it's ice cold filtered water. They have coolers on the carts, but yeah, cool little take home. Aluminum bottle, nice and tinny. So we're hanging in there. I think I'm 2 over right now. Let's see. Yeah, 2 over, I believe. Yep. So we're hanging in there. We're trying, but so far it's really cool. The greens are not great. They're very hard. Ball is bouncing and skipping a lot. Kind of sounds like concrete, hard packed clay when they hit the ground. But other than that, we're holding on and doing what we can. But we'll keep you guys updated. So far, so good. All right, if I'm looking a little beat, I am. We're on hole 18, as you can see. Sun is setting. What time is it? 5:10. 5:10. We're about to tee off on 18. We teed off at 1 o'clock on the dot. So it's a pretty place. It's pretty awesome. Just give you a little spin around here. I mean, this beautiful view is wide open. All right, this is the view coming up 18. Not a whole lot to look at, as you can see. Grass is in pretty good shape, but not a whole lot to look at coming up here. So don't forget, don't get food till after the first hole. All the good food is back here in that little building right there. So we'll do an update in the validated lab and let you guys know what we think. See ya. All right, guys, we are back in the validated lab, as you can see. Cabot Citrus Farms. What a place. I'm going to sum this up pretty quick. I'm not going to try to go too crazy in depth for you guys. Give you some tips and tricks for the course. This was a preview play, so it's not fully open to the public yet. Their last tee time, I think, is at 1:15 right now, with the sun going down about 6 and change. It's fast, a lot of split fairways. Shot placement is key. The greens are very hard. They're only rolling about a 10.5 as of yesterday, or well, when we played the course. They're very hard, like I said. So sometimes you might, hit the ball into the green. It might bounce a couple feet in the air and then stop further back. But I know I'm not looking at the camera. I'm trying to think of all the tips I think everyone needs to know. Like you saw in the video, do not get food till after the first hole. You'll go by that building multiple times within your round, so you can stop. And they don't have any cart girl as of now because you go by that building so often. Customer service was phenomenal once you're at the course. It's very hard to get a hold of them on the phone. Um, I think I had to call literally 9 times over the course of a week to get a hold of somebody. Hopefully that will change. They're just now opening up. They've been open a couple weeks, but the greens have an unreal amount of undulation on them. And when I say unreal amount, as you saw in the video, they are, I mean, it is like putt putt style. It's crazy. I mean, the undulation is unreal. That par three that you saw where I hit it, just beyond pin high. I forget what hole it was. Might have been hole 7 if I'm not mistaken. Literally, the pin was in a valley on the green. Pins here, it sweeps up like this. I literally played my putt down the hill on purpose, up the other side, and back down to the hole because there's no way to stop the ball by the hole. So it's like I said, it gets kind of putt putty. So if you're a good putt putt golfer, you're going to do well on those greens out there. But other than the undulation, it's very gettable. I ended up shooting 75 with 2 birdies. And it was purely because of putting. I mean, I was not really trying to make everything, I was just trying to nestle it up because the greens were so crazy. The undulation, I mean, every putt is hard left, hard right, down the slope, up the slope. I mean, it was crazy. But overall, it's very it's pretty. It's a pretty course. It's not cheap. It's a couple $100. Um, that course will be very, very famous in the next year. It's already got a lot of notoriety. I would put it probably up there with Stream Song. It's going to be one of those destination type places. I got a scorecard here. I got a blank one so you guys can see what you're getting. So we played the Karoo course, and this is the back here. Cabot Citrus Farms, play beautifully. So, um, like I said, it's very cool. I'll put a still of this at the end of the video so you can see it and screenshot it if you need to. But their logo is neat. This is one of their tees they give you here. So orange and green, and then it has the little orange on it there. So, and then this is a ball marker that they provide. They got a little sandhill crane or whatever it is on there, but nice little ball marker, cool stuff they give you. Um, they got music going on the range and very light, fun atmosphere once you get away from the clubhouse. As you saw, the clubhouse is a temporary clubhouse. They are going to build a big, massive one. I would assume have weddings and the whole nine there. But it was very cool. We played one up, which was playing every bit of 7,000 yards. Yesterday it's 69.50 something I think on the card. The starter said, yeah, it's probably playing about 7,100 today. So it's not a short course, but with all the the hills and runoff, it's very gettable. I mean, I felt like I was playing a normal, like 6,700, 6,600. It's what it felt like, just because the ball's running, because the fairways are hard enough. You're getting that roll, which is not normal here in Florida. Um, but if I had to give you any advice, I'd say play approach shots 10 yards short, eight to 10. Um, and you might say to yourself, well, I spin the ball a lot. Um, that's my biggest problem in golf is I spin the ball off the front of the green. I mean, I can land it middle of the green with a full 58, and the ball will rip back. It will rip off the front edge of the green. So I'm telling you, I promise you, the greens are very, very hard. The ball will bounce. The ball will not stop on a dime. If it does, it's because you sent it straight up to the moon and it came straight down with virtually no descent angle. So if your balls are coming in like this, like normal, it's going to hit and run out a bit, then stop. Unless you're hitting a flop shot, the ball is really not going to stop. Um, and I play high quality Titleist golf balls, and I mean it's hard. It's very hard, but I don't say hard as in difficulty. I'm talking the surface of the greens are very hard. Um, but yeah, like I said, the greens are just rolling, sloping. I mean, crazy. It's unreal. But other than that, like I said, I'm gonna try to keep this quick for you guys. It was awesome. I would say everybody should at least play it once. It's an hour and 30 minutes from Orlando, so it's a bit of a hike. There's really nothing else out there other than this golf course, and I think they're in Brooksville is where it is. So it's on the west side of Florida, Central Florida. Very cool, but give it a look for yourself. It's worth it, I promise. If you go out with a big group of guys, you're gonna have a great time. There's like no water on the course at all, so if you saw the direction your ball went, you're gonna find your ball. So, um, as my friend Matt would say, if you miss fairways, you better hope your punch out game is elite, because there's most of the time when you're missing them, they have trees right in those landing zones that you're going to be under a tree. Now, it's not a low tree, but it's a tree that you still have to, you can't hit a full shot out from underneath them. So you're going to have to get a little punch out game, but the ball rolls like you wouldn't believe. So it works out. But like I said, it's very pretty. We talked to, I don't remember what hole we were on, but the superintendent, his name is Frank. Very nice guy. I mean, an absolute just Southern gentleman style person, and they are working hard every day to make the place better, and they're building another course on the other side. They already have a par three course. They have a 10-hole course. I think one of them is called the Squeeze. The other one's called the Wedge. They're building another 18-hole, I believe. I mean, the guy said they have 600 acres that's not developed yet. So they're working on that. He said it'll be 3 holes every 6 weeks or so, or something like that they're building. Um, but go check it out for yourself. Try to get a tee time. I know you can request a time, and for preview play. I would say get out there as quick as you can, because once it's done, it's going to be hard to get a tee time. It is going to be absolutely slammed. I mean, they have caddies out there if you feel like you need a caddy. If you're a regular 80s, I say regular. If you're, I don't think you need a caddy out there unless you're just you cannot read a putt to save your life. Then you might need one, unless you got a good friend there who can read them for you. Other than that, I don't think it really is I don't think you really need a caddy. It could really probably help with reading the greens if you're not a good green reader, but it's more of like the experience of having a caddy than it is needing a caddy out there. If you're playing a TPC Sawgrass, I would say, yeah, get the caddy, because there's a lot of trees out there. There's a lot of spots you're going to block yourself out. It's good to know that stuff if you've never played the course. But out there at Cabot Citrus Farms, the Carew course, it's pretty wide open. Even if you're missing a fairway, you can still punch it out of the sand or whatever, and run it down near the green. But other than that, I mean, it's cool. It's pretty. The fairways are almost every fairway for the most part seem to be a split fairway. So there's sand right down the middle, and there's two big fairways to the right and left. So check it out. Give it a look. I have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it was a little, I was a little uneasy in the beginning, seeing all the construction. I know it's a preview play, but I'm telling you, once you get out on the course, you don't even know it. You don't hear any construction. It looks like it's a fully done, ready to rock golf course. It's beautiful. So check it out. Let us know your thoughts. If you've already been there, drop it in the comments. Let us know how your experience was and how you felt it. If you'd recommend it to anybody else. So we appreciate it. Validated Golf out. We'll catch you guys in the next one.